RSL trying to get it out of their own end. Mansale up the left-hand side. Knocked away for a RSL throw. Mansale with the throw, looking for Sandoval. Headed out, RSL with another throw-in. Mansale looking for options. Trying to find Sebastian Saucedo. Squirts out. Sturzer taken down. And it'll be a penalty. Penalty kick for RSL. Sturzer fouled just inside the box.
Yeah,
Darius Barnes arguing.
An awkward bounce there for London Woodbury into the middle, and Marco Fenelus just trying to make a last-ditch tackle there. Unfortunately, Valdemiro Toledo deemed that he got a little bit more than the man in the ball.
So RSL here, in the 6th minute, getting ready to take the PK will be the third-year man out of New Mexico, Devin Sandoval. Sandoval converted a PK against UC Irvine 10 days ago. And he buries the penalty kick into the right-hand corner. RSL up 1-0. The man they call Big Dev, his second goal of the preseason.
Yeah, not much Bobby Shuttleworth can do in that situation. It's a well-taken penalty from Sandoval. Bobby with the correct guess, went the right way to his left, but hit too hard and too low for him to do anything about it.
RSL with the early lead. See if that goal injects some energy into the game. Lucas Baldin, the Brazilian out of South Florida, somebody that the coaches are quite excited about this preseason. Boyd Aquanu clears it out of danger for a New England throw. And that shot goes wide left. RSL goal kick. Atnella with goal kick. Big Dev wins the ball. Saucedo can't collect. Does find the loose ball. Aquanu to Mulholland. Mulholland dispossessed. Challenged by Sandoval. Be a Revolution throw.
Some great work there from Juan Agudelo tracking back. A player who Jay Heaps has said is further ahead in his fitness than he imagined he was going to be at this point in preseason. Juan Agudelo signed with the Revs just a couple of weeks ago after 9 months without a club, and he's come into camp and he's looked pretty sharp for a guy who hasn't played first-team football in almost a year.
Long ball over the top to the right-hand side of the box. Soft header collected by Atnella. Here's a look at Elias Vasquez, the Guatemalan center back. Physically looks very much like Carlos Salcedo, the former RSL man down in Guadalajara now. Mond searching, back to Atnella. Atnella swings it around right to Vasquez. He puts it up the right-hand side. Saucedo and Sandoval not communicating. New England going back the other way. Slicing pass intercepted by Vasquez. Saucedo, Mulholland, Sturzer. New England going the other way. Centering pass near post. Out for another RSL goal kick.
The last touch off Shauna Coley. Some great work from Donnie Smith down the left side. He's played a lot of left back these past couple of preseasons. A player who came out of college as a left-sided midfielder. Jay Heaps has converted him onto the back line, and he's a great option outside back.
Salcedo to Sandoval, back to Sturzer as RSL still trying to figure out the passing lanes that are available in this new look 4-3-3, trying to add a little something else to the arsenal besides the diamond 4-4-2 that has been part of this club's DNA for so long.
And from the Revs' perspective, that's one of the things that they've said has been so nice about this preseason is that they've kind of established this 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3, kind of a hybrid formation. But whatever the system is, they've kind of settled into it. They've gotten comfortable with it. They haven't had to worry about working that type of stuff out in preseason. They can just kind of get on with playing soccer and getting their fitness back.
Makes a difference. So RSL throw in Boyd Aquanu up the right-hand side. Saucedo back to Sturzer, ahead to Sandoval, but New England collects. And they'll start to go the other way. Sandoval trying to squeeze in there. Shuttleworth. New England can't quite get it. Be a throw-in for Aquanu, rookie out of North Carolina. 27th overall pick. Boyd Aquanu's brother, Willie, actually played running back at Weber State University in Utah for the last 4 years. Will be another New England throw. A 50-50 ball. Mulholland wins it, but New England's got it going the other way. Down the left side. Vasquez with a nice defensive effort. And RSL appears to get the ball out of danger.
See that high pressure there from the Revs forcing the ball out of bounds, something that the Revs have done quite a bit the past couple of seasons, that when they can pin teams in and force those kind of turnovers, they have done it, and Jay Heap's on the sideline right now urging his team to do just that.
New England with a lot of possession here in the RSL half of the field over the first 11 minutes here. But RSL with the 1-0 lead on the Devin Sandoval penalty kick in the 6th minute after John Sturzer taken down just inside the box. New England over the top to Agudelo. Seen quite a few touches in the early going. Fagundes outright. Cross into the box. New England still with the ball. RSL trying to clear from danger, and finally they do. But very little possession here in the early going for RSL. New England dictating the tempo.
It's the way I like it, Trey.
Of course it is. Elias Vasquez with another interception, but unable to keep possession. It's out for a New England throw. Sandoval checking back, applying pressure. New England pinging the ball around the midfield stripe here, trying to reset themselves. Aaron Mond winning the ball back for RSL, looking for Sandoval. Long pass over the top. And again, New England with a little three-man triangle game, maintaining possession until Sebastian Salcedo checks back and wins. RSL switches fields to the left, and here's Mansali playing pretty high. Jordan Allen taken down by Barnes right on the sideline. Let's see what Toledo says here.
I was just about to say fantastic tackle from Darius Barnes. Apparently wasn't as good as I thought it was.
And that'll be a yellow card for Mr. Barnes. No fear of accumulation at the Desert Diamond Cup, though. Luke Mulholland standing over the ball. He'll get ready to send the ball into the box here on the free kick. Some fun banter from Jay Heaps and Jeff Cassar with the fourth official.
Just a little bit.
Long ball from Mulholland. Over the defense. Nodded out. It'll be a corner here. Lucas Baldine, the rookie from the University of South Florida. Picked up in the second round of the supplemental draft. Corner near post. John Sturtzer trying to get on it. Cleared out by the Revolution defense. It'll be an RSL throw-in here on the right side. Baldine with the quick throw. Jeff Cassar wanted a little bit quicker restart there. Sturtzer with another rough touch. But RSL with yet another throw-in. Back to Aquanu, over to Vasquez. Mond, as RSL switches the point of attack. Mansali down the left. Inside is Sturtz. Sturtz looking for Mansali, but a little extra mustard on that pass. And New England will come the other way here.
Plenty of extended spells of possession for the Revs here, Trey, as you mentioned. Still searching for kind of that incisive ball in the final third, that final pass. Not surprising with the type of lineup that they have out to start this game. A lot of newcomers, a lot of fresh faces, a lot of players who are in camp trying to fight for roster spots. So you don't have a ton of that combination play that you're used to with a team that's played together extensively.
RSL again trying to get some possession here. But to no avail. The Revs constantly putting the back line under pressure. Looks like Aaron Mond is down after a little collision there with Agadello. 19th minute. RSL up 1-0 here in preseason action at the FC Tucson Desert Diamond Cup. Real Salt Lake 1, New England Revolution 0. Devin Sandoval for RSL converting a 6-minute penalty kick after John Sturzer was taken down just inside the middle of the box by Darius Barnes.
Fantastic pressure there from Timmy Mulgrew to force a turnover in the attacking third. Kind of a tight angle. Got his shot off on target, which you want to do in that situation, and almost force a rebound. We can hear the Revs, you can hear the players on the field, you can hear Jay Heaps urging the Revs to press a little high, try to pin RSL in when they have the chance.
Revolution looking pretty sharp, except for that final pass in the final third, which is typically, I guess, what you'd expect, Jeff, in the middle of February.
Exactly, and like I said, with the combination of players on the field, it's guys who've basically been together through this preseason, not a ton of minutes together. So I think it is the kind of that incisive final ball, which is always the final thing to come. But they'll find it, Trey, don't worry.
New England throw deep inside the left corner. Back out. Nice cross, but headed away by Aaron Mond. Devin Sandoval tracks the ball down, but unable to maintain. And the Revs, once again, coming wave after wave through Diego Fagundes.
A lot of attacks coming through Donnie Smith down this left side as well, bombing up and down that wing. And he has that type of engine that can go for 90 minutes up and down that wing. And I think one of the reasons they do like him coming out of that left back position.
Here's another corner kick for the Revs. Again, it's been all Revs in this first half. Low corner, near post. Luke Mulholland lays out to head it away. RSL still not out of danger as New England has the throw. The top of the penalty box extended. Jordan Allen checking back on defense there.
And this is a scenario where perhaps in the regular season, the throwing in this area, a lot of times you see Darius Barnes with that long throw into the box, opting against it right now.
Ooh. A little unlucky there for Juan Agudelo, just outside the left post as a seeing eyeball into traffic resulted in the quality chance.
And a fantastic turn from Agudelo, a quick release, just a bit off the mark, and it is going to excite Revolution fans to see that kind of play from Juan Agudelo. They saw it through the second half of the 2013 season during his first stint with the Revs. Big news just a couple of weeks ago when he made his way back to New England, and that is the type of skill that he provides playing in that forward position.
Right back Boyd Aquanu turning the opposite way, playing the ball back towards his own goal. RSL unable to get it out of danger. Sandoval the foul. It'll be a free kick here for New England.
Great hustle there from London Woodbury, who will be a familiar name to MLS fans. An FC Dallas homegrown player.
Absolutely. Aquanu, a little bit of a risky chance, gets beat by the ball. New England's cross cleared out for yet another Revolution corner.
Diego Fagundes has been whipping these balls in from the left side. Came low to the near post last time. High to the far post this time.
Shot attempt headed wide right. Jeff Atnell a goal kick.
That header wide from Sean Coley, another new face to to Revolution fans. Seattle Sounders homegrown player who was acquired in a draft day trade this year and actually scored the game-winning goal the last time these two teams met back in Casa Grande a couple of weeks ago.
Jordan Allen applying pressure, trying to run onto the ball, but cleared out by Shuttlesworth. Mansali looking for options. The RSL bench imploring for some movement there. Mon challenges, unable to get there. And New England's on another break. Agadello dispossessed. New England throw. Back to Barnes. He changes the point of attack. Here's Woodbury. Nicely done there by the Revolution. Aquanu beat. Centering pass just a bit too hard, and RSL trying to get out the other way through Luke Mulholland. Baldomero letting him play. Once again, the Revs getting deep into that left corner. Here comes this entry pass. And it'll be a throw-in instead of a corner. There's the throw, headed away by Aquanu. Still New England. Luke Mulholland gets it back for RSL. Big Dev challenging. Cleared out by Darius Barnes for an RSL throw just in front of the Revolution bench.
Ended up being Barnes who cleared that ball, but a burst of speed there from London Woodbury, who it seemed like Sandoval had a step or two on him, but ended up catching up.
Sandoval hustling. And it's an RSL throw deep. Or is it a corner? Yeah, it looks like it'll be a throw in. Another RSL throw here. Aquanu back to Baldine. Baldine trying to switch it up, trying to find Mulholland there. Cleared out for another RSL throw. '28th minute. Saucedo into Baldine, back to Saucedo. He's got Aquanu in the corner, but he's offside, making the late run as urged by Jeff Cassar. And that's something that the rookie will start to work out for himself with a few more reps.
That's what preseason's for, right? Does sound like we're going to have a substitution coming up relatively soon for the Revs. Juan Agadello giving a heads up that he had about 5 minutes left.
Okay.
Although the Revs haven't had that sharpness in the final third, it has been, Revs fans have to have liked what they've seen out of Juan Agadello in this first chance for them to see him this preseason. Did have the one chance, the strong turn in the box, quick release shot. He's spent a lot of energy finding ways to get on the ball.
Revolution pinging around midfield, finally dispossessed by Mansali. He finds Sturts. Back to Mond. Going through the mixer, eventually out for an RSL throw. Mansali will try to take it quickly. It's got Mulholland at midfield, back to Mansali. Knocked out for another RSL throw. lot of standing around these throw-ins. Monsali eventually finding Jordan Allen over the top, looking for Saucedo. Jordan Allen, bit of a lost year in 2014 as a rookie, played a lot. First couple games, actually got 11 minutes late and had an ankle and then a knee injury. So he is chomping at the bit to contribute here in 2015. Very versatile player. And when Joao Plata broke that 5th metatarsal on the first day of training, Jordan Allen became a forward. There's Baldin with the corner. Looking for Sandoval, maybe a little push there, no call. Cleared out by the refs. It's Monsali, again, looking for the throw. Baldin, back to Abdullahi. Sturzer. Trying to find Mulholland, a little miscommunication. And the Revs knock it back to RSL's defensive third. Nice turn by Mon to throw Diego off the scent. Elias Vasquez, the Guatemalan center back. To Saucedo, Sturzer, Laquanu, Saucedo, Sandoval. Laquanu, one-time pass. And Jordan Allen almost on the end of that for a goal. Instead, it's wide right, cleared out by the Revs, but RSL retains possession here in probably their most extensive series of passes. Late foul.
A little late on the
Saucedo down. Revolution bench not liking the way this game has been called.
It's a nice way of putting it.
We could probably remind Jay that it's preseason for everybody, even Baldomero and his crew.
That's why everybody's practicing for the regular season. You got to play these preseason games just like regular season games, right? From the coaching perspective too.
That's right. Baldin with the free kick near side. About 35 yards out. Surveying options. In-swinger looking for Sandoval, cleared out by the Revs. Mulholland trying to create havoc, does. Sturzer with the interception. Allen, Mulholland, Saucedo. One-time cross in the middle, cleared out by London Woodbury for an RSL throw. "34 minutes in, RSL up 1-0 here over the New England Revolution on a Devin Sandoval penalty kick. Luke Mulholland shot, far post, intercepted by Sandoval, almost redirected in for his second goal, but it goes wide right.
Flag was up as well.
And the flag was up as well.
So that means it wouldn't have counted.
It's preseason for that linesman, too.
We'll have the first Revs sub coming up the next opportunity.
Uh-oh. Little miscommunication there between Vasquez and Atnella, trying to get on the same page. Revolution almost finding the equalizer.
Great hustle there from Timmy Mulgrew to get on that ball from Sean Okoli, and that is the type of player Timmy Mulgrew is. All hustle. Scored quite a few goals in college as well, so he does have that finish. Not on that particular play. Vasquez
and Atnella still trying to figure out the communication pattern, get on the same page. Juan Agudelo exits.
The end of the night for Juan Agudelo. A successful stint for him. And into the game, Revolution Academy player Zachary Harivo will be familiar to Revs fans. He was the Revs Academy Player of the Year last season.
Woo! Nice shot by Fagundes, tipped over the bar by Atnella. It'll be a Revolution corner.
Yeah, Diego Fagundes, a player who's very sharp right now. He's actually only had one training session with the Revs this preseason, just got into camp, trained with the Revs yesterday, a light session after getting into Tucson, and now with his first preseason action here, spent the first few weeks of preseason camp down in Uruguay, playing with the Uruguay U20 side in the South American Youth Championships, and Uruguay finishing third, qualifying for the U20 World Cup.
That would explain the February 18th sharpness.
It would.
Reb still knocking on the door, eventually cleared out by Mansali. It'll be a Revolution throw at midfield right here in the 36th minute. Revolution throw. Mulholland scrapping. Eventually collects out wide left. Jordan Allen running onto it, trying to get around the corner. Left-footed centering pass. Baldine squirts out, takes the shot. Sandoval keeps it alive. But the Revs squelch that threat.
Couple of clearances there from Darius Barnes. The second one, he's still feeling right now, trying to jog it off.
Sturzer, Salcedo, Mansali is the movement for RSL starting to pick up and find a little rhythm. Mansali, Allen back to Abdullahi. Sturzer. Mansali again. Baldine. Sturzer switches around to the right. Here's Vasquez looking for Aquanu. And those two not quite on the same page as Aquanu went. Vasquez had the check back pass. Throw in for the Revs here at midfield in the 38th minute. Nice job by Sturzer to track down the loose ball. It's an RSL throw in.
There's been a little bit of a tactical shift for the Revs as well. It looks like with that substitution, Sean Okoli moving into that target forward position that Juan Agudelo was playing. Looks like Marco Fenelus has moved out wide to the left, and Zach Haribo now playing in central midfield. Haribo, a player who just recently committed to Providence College, so staying local with his college choice, and a Friars team which was just in the College Cup a few months ago.
Long switch of attack, finding Sebastian Saucedo. Can he settle? He does, but eventually knocked out for an RSL throw as Aquanu comes up to support. .39th minute, Aquanu with the throw, looking for Sandoval, just inside the box. Dispossess, maybe collected there now by Mulholland. It's going to be an RSL throw. Ragged exchange, Aquanu, Mulholland, back to Aquanu, back to Mulholland. Aquanu with the cross, no one's there. But Mulholland intercepts the Revs pass. And then he's whistled for a foul at the top of the D. It'll be a Revs throw. Jordan Allen battling. Still Revolution ball. The Revs play out of the back. Woodbury had a very nice showing tonight. Good cross. And there's a Revolution goal. Nope, flag's up.
Flag is up.
Goal disallowed. Luckily for RSL, a little bit of
still
miscommunication there between Atnella, Mond, Vasquez.
Still a great piece of skill from Sean Okoli. It won't count on the scoreboard, but he'll be happy to have put the ball in the back of the net, regardless, I'm sure. But again, that attack coming down the left side through Donnie Smith. The Revs have not been afraid to go to Donnie time and time again.
Atnella with the restart, headed over by Sandoval. He's whistled for a foul. Restart there by Woodbury. 41st minute, RSL up 1-0 on a Devin Sandoval penalty kick in the 6th minute. John Sturtzer taken down by Darius Barnes just inside the box. Aquanu with the throw here on the near side. Trying to find Sandoval, he does. Back to Aquanu. Aquanu looking for Baldine. And the Revs take over. Centering pass blocked by Aquanu. It'll be a Revolution throw. Back to Woodbury. Revolution continue to be very settled on the ball. Bad touch results in an RSL throw. Aquanu taking his time on the throw. Sandoval unable to handle. And it's another Revolution throw. Sturtzer finds the ball. It's Mulholland. Back to Aquanu. Aquanu trying to find Vasquez. He clears it out of danger. Ends up on the left side with Mansali. He's got Jordan Allen. Decides to cut back to Sturtzer. Baldine. Back to Sturtz. As the Revolution find their defensive shape. Mulholland looking for an overlapping Mansali, but intercepted. Revs had a chance to break, decide to hold. As Barnes goes out wide right.
Jeremy Hall on the ball there. Player who has gotten a ton of minutes for the Revs this preseason, partly due to the fact that during that first trip to Casa Grande, both Kevin Alston and Darius Barnes picked up knocks, but it's also given Jay Heaps an extensive look at what Jeremy Hall, who is a newcomer to this Revs team, can bring at that right back position. They are looking for some cover at outside back with AJ Soares now gone, Andrew Fair making that shift into the middle.
RSL looking. Mulholland's header back into the center, cannot find Sandoval. Nice tackle by Jordan Allen. Sebastian Salcido going the other way, trying to find Sandoval. And here come the Revs. Jeremy Hall, I believe, is engaged to the daughter of one John Ellinger, RSL's first ever head coach.
It's you hitting me with the Revs facts.
I'd have to check my sources, but I believe that to be the case.
I can neither confirm nor deny because I legitimately don't know.
RSL trying to build out of the back here in the final minute or two of the first half, holding on to a 1-0 lead on a Devin Sandoval PK. Vasquez over the top down the right, looking for Aquanu. Woodbury collects, heads back to Shuttleworth. Revs dispossessed at midfield. Mansali back to Allen. Sturtzer. Allen. Back to Mond. Sturtzer. Looking for Mulholland, but the run's not there. Have not seen a signal for injury time yet. Revs out of the back. All over the top. Looking for Fagundes, knocked out. Thought it was going to be a Revs throw. The ball stays in. Here comes RSL. Sandoval unable to maintain.
And with the Revs holding so much possession this half, we have seen Bobby Shuttleworth spending most of his time organizing, but something he's not afraid to do.
There's the final whistle of the first half. RSL up 1-0 as we reach halftime. Devin Sandoval with the PK in the 6th minute after John Sturtzer taken down by Darius Barnes. We're going to take a 15-minute break. Whistle to whistle, we'll be back with you here on MLSsoccer.com and related streams on the Revolution and RSL websites, as well as KUTV.com in Salt Lake.
Yes, sir, I do. Real Salt Lake and the New England Revolution here at Pino North Grandstand. Good score 1-0, Real Salt Lake.
Mark the beginning of the second half. RSL up 1-0. No lineup changes for Real Salt Lake, but Jeff, several for New England.
Not the case for New England. Yeah, I believe 6 changes for the Revolution, including a change in goal. Brad Knighton in goal for the second half. Now across the back line. It is entirely new back line for the Revs. Chris Tierney at left back in the middle. A new central defensive partnership this year, Jose Gonzalez and Andrew Farrell. On the right, Kevin Alston making his preseason debut after missing the first 2 preseason matches in Casa Grande with a little bit of a knock. In defensive midfield, still Zach Arivo and Tyler Rudy. On the left, Marco Fenelus. On the right, Timmy Mulgrew still in. Steve Newman into the game, playing in that attacking midfield position in the pocket, Maholi. Expect that we'll still see some more substitutions for the Revs, probably around the 60-minute mark. Some of those guys who started the game probably coming out around the hour. Don't expect anybody to go 90 quite yet.
RSL may likely make 10 subs in the 60th minute, Jeff, so
have fun with that.
That'll be a double line change, I guess.
Can they make them on the fly?
Should have been a handball, no call.
I disagree.
Jordan Allen finally collecting the ball, dispossessed. Attempted chip of Jeff Atnella, no go.
Tough to tell from this angle, but Steve Newman may have been trying to go for goal there. I appreciate the effort.
Luke Mulholland dispossessed. Quick counter there for New England, but nothing doing. '47th minute, RSL up 1-0. The man known as Big Dev, Devin Sandoval, third-year player out of New Mexico, converting a 6-minute penalty kick after John Sturzer is taken down just inside the box by Darius Barnes for New England. Sandoval with a couple other good opportunities in the run of play, but RSL only able to put the one past Bobby Shuttleworth. Long ball over the top. Again, Mond and Mansali not communicating. New England keeps the ball. Centering pass knocked out for a corner by John Sturzer. Checked back. A bit of a rescue position defensively.
And you can see Timmy Mulgrew kind of shape himself around that cross to get on his left foot. He is a left-footed player playing on the right side, so a bit of an inverted winger right now. Chris Tierney also a left-footed player, which I think most of Major League Soccer is aware of at this point.
Seen a couple dead balls from his left foot throughout the years. Here's a corner. Headed out by Sturzer. New England trying to pin RSL in. Mansali fouled by Abdullahi, staying down. RSL fans, go to ESPN700sports.com. Listen to today's interview with owner Deloy Hansen on the Bill and OC show. You can find out more about the pace of season ticket sales at Rio Tinto Stadium this year. That stadium selling out quite briskly. Single game ticket sales went on sale yesterday for the first 4 games. Go to RealSaltLake.com for more information as RSL restarts here in the 49th minute. Aaron Mond over the top, looking for Jordan Allen. Finds him. Knocked away for an RSL throw. Mensali looking for the long throw. Not something that's typically been in the RSL arsenal. Finds Devin Sandoval. He's whistled offside. We hear the moaning and groaning from the RSL bench that was typical of the Revs bench in the first half.
We'll get there. The half is young.
Ooh, a little foul by Mensali.
Wouldn't be shocked to see a card come out here.
Toledo is over with the yellow in hand. And it'll be a dangerous position for a restart as the coaching staffs have a little banter about that yellow.
It's that dangerous type of spot for a left-footed player like Chris Tierney, who can whip a ball in towards that far post where kind of puts the keeper in that no man's land.
Atnella guarding the near post as Tierney sets up. Elias Vasquez marking Andrew Farrell as the bodies bang in the box. There's Tierney's in-swinger header just over the bar. Wow, what a fantastic opportunity for the Revolution.
That is exactly the type of ball that you look for from Chris Tierney in that type of scenario. Incredibly difficult to defend with players coming across the face of goal. Timmy Mulgrew got the flick on it that he wanted, just a little bit too much, just looping over the crossbar.
Wow, that was a very nice chance. Atnella with the restart. Goal kick. Looking for Sandoval. Headed away by Farrell. Be an RSL throw.
One of the reasons Chris Tierney has made himself such a valuable part of this Revolution squad, his set-piece ability is undeniable.
Long throw. Sebastian Salcedo runs onto it in the box. Unable to keep possession. It's out for a Revolution goal kick. Vasquez collects, controls, finds Sandoval. Tries to settle, does. Over to Salcedo, to Sturzer. Sturzer dispossessed. Looking for Mulholland, eventually gets it back there. Does Lucas Baldin for RSL, but then he promptly gives it away. Farrell to Gonsalves. Over the top. Mond challenges. Atnella collects.
You know, Trey, I was almost going to make a comment about how in the second half here it's cooled off a little bit with a little bit of wind coming in. I don't think I'm going to get a whole lot of sympathy from fans watching back in New England under literally 7 feet of snow as I stand here in my shorts.
I did see the Gillette Stadium picture today with the wall of ice that was emblematic of the Game of Thrones.
It's to the point now where I think it snowed 4 inches or so yesterday, and it was just kind of like they didn't even mention it. It was just flurries.
It does get a little chilly here in Tucson once the sun goes down. But again, no sympathy from pretty much anybody outside Arizona. Jordan Allen, a couple spin moves, keeps the ball, then gives it away. Revs will give and go. Eventually, Sebastian Saucedo knocks it out. It'll be a Revolution throw. Top of the penalty box extended. Long ball over the top, goes far post, headed back in the middle, cleared out by Vasquez. Revolution keep possession, though.
We're going to see another substitution upcoming for the Revs here. Charlie Davies getting set to go into the game.
Revolution switch over to the left side here.
Imagine this Davies move would be a straight swap with Sean Coley, who has been in since the start of the game.
RSL's been pretty compact defensively. Again, still trying to find a rhythm in this 4-3-3 formation. A lot of young and new faces trying to get reps together.
So trying to get the substitution in, but no method to reach Baldomero Toledo to let him know that substitution's trying to be made.
And should be made right now.
And it will be a straight swap. Charlie Davies in for Sean Coley.
55th minute, Charlie Davies. Good to see Charlie get his career back on track.
I spoke with Charlie late last week, and he said that this has felt like really the first preseason that he has had in 5 or 6 years. He feels a bit more settled, and he can finally just focus on soccer and not everything else, trying to get himself fit and settled somewhere.
Devin Sandoval streaking down the left side. Gets fouled. Will be a free kick here for Luke Mulholland in a relatively dangerous position, the attacking third for RSL. Baldomero talking to Mr. Farrell. Mulholland's got Baldine to his right. Sends it near post, headed away. Revs attempt to clear from danger. Boyd Aquanu tracking back just past midfield. Wide left to Mansali. Carries it forward. Mansali. Mulholland trying to get around. Dispossessed. Aaron Mond. Eventually the ball finds Sturzer. Mansali. Jordan Allen, nice moves here. Near side. Eventually fouled right at midfield as the Revs getting ready to make 4 substitutions here in the 57th minute. Jeff, this may be some sort of record, but I think we're going to see 15 subs right now.
We'll get the Rev subs out of the way. Kellen Williams,
RSL.
Teal Bunbury, Andy Dorman, and Daigo Kobayashi into the match. Timmy Mulgrew, Zach Haribo, Tyler Rudy, and Marco Fenelus out. Trey, it's all yours, man.
RSL literally with 10 new players entering the pitch. DeMar Phillips, Chris Schuler, Kyle Beckerman, Jamison Olave, Tony Beltran, Luis Gil, Sebastian Jaime, Javier Morales, Alvaro Saborio, Olmes Garcia. I think I got them all.
Some recognizable names amongst the group.
So we'll reset the 4-3-3 for RSL. Atnell in the back. Get to that the next dead ball as Morales gets his first touch of the night. Back to the general DeMar Phillips. Jamaican national team back. Atnella finds Chris Schuler. Schuler. Incisive pass to Morales. He goes out wide right to Olave. Good to see Olave back in the RSL uniform. Olave over the top to Olmes Garcia. Flag stays down. Phillips tracks down the loose ball. Back to Olmes. Morales. Sabo calling for it. He instead square ball to Beckerman. Beckerman finds Phillips, and Phillips is off in the left corner. So RSL 4-3-3. Atnella, Schuler, Olave, Beltran on the right, Phillips on the left, Beckerman, Morales, and Gill in the midfield. And then up top, left to right, you go Olmes Garcia, Alvaro Saborio and Sebastian Jaime.
For the Revs, a little bit of a new look in the attacking third of the field. You got Andy Dorman, who is slotted into a defensive midfield position, but then across midfield, Teal Bunbury on the right, Daigo Kobayashi in the hole in behind Charlie Davies, and Kellen Rowe on the left. And if you don't recognize Kellen Rowe, a little bit of a different hairdo. As is Kevin Alston. Kevin Alston cut off the locks, which made him so recognizable last year.
How is Alston's health?
Fantastic. And the best news about his health is that, to be completely honest with you, wait until this free kick is cleared. When you mentioned that, it actually took me a second to think about why you would ask about Kevin Alston's health, which is the best way that I can put it.
Olmis Garcia on the break. Centering pass to Kyle Beckerman, the captain. Morales. Saborio pulls the trigger from 20 just over the bar.
Brad Knighton backtracking a tad on the effort, but looked like he had it covered.
61st minute. Need to just gather myself after those 15 subs in between the 57th and 58th minutes there.
Just got word it was a record.
Schuler challenging Davies. RSL wins. Crushing tackle from Alston on Garcia.
Might have gotten a piece of him.
RSL fans happy to see Garcia and Olave getting along after their incident last year between New York and Real Salt Lake at Rio Tinto Stadium. A lot made of that. Beckerman trying to spring Phillips down the left side, eventually out for a Revolution goal kick.
Andrew Farrell shielding the ball over the end line there, must be learning from his new central defensive partner, Jose Gonçalves. His first year in New England back in 2013. Gained a reputation for shielding the ball over the end line. At one point, shielded a ball out of bounds from about 40 yards.
Jeff Atnella with the restart for RSL. In the 62nd minute, RSL up 1-0 on a 6th minute PK by Devin Sandoval. John Sturzer taken down in the box. Saborio trying to run onto that very sly run. New England eventually collects. Ball goes back and forth in the center circle between Beckerman and the Revs, and New England off to the races down the left-hand side. Olave closing on Davies. Nice tackle. Won the ball temporarily, but knocked out for a New England corner kick. And that speed in the back is something RSL hasn't really seen since Olave was there back in 2012. New England corner near post. Out for an RSL goal kick. And Jeff, I don't know if this would surprise you, but if I told you that Jamison Olave actually played more games in his 2 years in New York than he did in any 2-year period with Real Salt Lake.
It is surprising.
Because he is often labeled as being injury prone. But
sure.
he's certainly been able to take care of himself the last couple of years. And with RSL juggling regular season CONCACAF, hopefully an Open Cup run and a playoff run, his minutes will certainly be managed this year.
It is kind of funny how players gain those types of reputations sometimes. Kevin Alston was a player he's had some hamstring concerns and he's missed a few games, but there was a 2-year period where it seemed like he was getting labeled as injury prone with his hamstrings, and I think he played 30 games in one of those years and 32 games the next year. And it's just like, hey, he's out there on the field.
Yeah. 64th minute, Revolution free kick from deep in their own third. Nice ball to cross the field, spring the man down the left side. Revolution holding on. Broken up by Beckerman. Here comes Gill out wide right. He's got Jaime. RSL fans excited to see what he brings this year. Jaime, long cross, far post, looking for Olmes. Collects it in the corner. Back to Phillips. Likes to get forward, does DeMar. But he is dispossessed. And now the Revs will come back the other way. '65th minute. Schuler, Phillips, Teal all converge for a Revolution throw.
Jay Heaps urging the Revs to play a bit faster at the moment. So everything's slowed down a bit right now.
A little bit of an odd setup here on the secondary FC Tucson field. Probably 300 fans in attendance. Someday we'll graduate to the stadium, Jeff.
I think the Revs will be over there on Saturday, so the day is coming.
RSL will not be there until 1 week from tonight, next Wednesday. Important to note that the 6 teams participating in the 3 games, each of the next 2 Saturday nights, as well as 1 week from tonight, next Wednesday, 4 games for each club at the Desert Diamond Cup. Schuler attempting the clear. And it'll be another Revolution corner.
A little bit of
this
a
time from the left side.
there.
Yep.
Chris Tierney playing short to Steve Newman. Get the Real Salt Lake defense moving a bit. Try to create some gaps. Result in another corner.
Ooh. Corner kick does go back post. Jeff Atnella pushes it out. It'll be the 3rd consecutive corner for New England here. In the 67th minute, RSL up 1-0 on a Devin Sandoval penalty kick. In the 6th minute, John Sturzer earning that opportunity for RSL. Tierney, far post, collected easily by Jeff Atnella. He tries to start a quick break, changes his mind, tells everybody to settle for a minute, regain their shape. Eventually out to Tony Beltran on the right. Javi Morales waving his arms. And the Beltran cross, not there.
I think Javi Morales felt like he was open in that situation.
He was open. Gave the thumbs up. Revs are going the other way. New England maybe having a little trouble here getting out of the back. Almost threatening. Farrell attempted service, goes all the way through to Atnella.
And this is where preseason's huge for a guy like Andrew Farrell, making that shift into central defense. And it's not that he's really trying to learn the central defensive position. It's a position he played in college. He's played quite a bit there with the Revs. It's forming that partnership with Jose Gonçalves, a player who hasn't played a lot of center back with. He spent most of his time with the Revs playing center back alongside A.J. Soares. So really kind of trying to get that partnership down, form a bond. Preseason's the time to do it.
Atnella and Knighton kicking the ball to each other here, so see if we can get some action. Finally, Sebastian Jaime on the right-hand side centers Sabo. Sabo trying to set up Javi, a little miscommunication. Javi battling. Beckerman there. Alave slides in, wins the ball. Beltran can't keep on. And here come the Revs. Beckerman trying to break that up, and eventually Beltran and Beckerman do. Morales collects the ball in the center circle. Finds Luis Gill. Gill on the right, saved by Knighton.
Comfortable save for Brad Knighton. Signed a new deal with the Revs this past offseason. Didn't see a ton of first-team minutes last year, but a fantastic option to have behind Bobby Shuttleworth. Not only on game day, but in training every day. Bobby Shuttleworth saying many times last year that one of the reasons he was able to have kind of a breakout season and perform the way he did, help lead the Revs to an MLS Cup appearance, was because he has Brad Knighton in training every day, pushing him.
Luis Gill with the shot on goal in the 69th minute. But now the Revs are going the other way. Beckerman there to bail out DeMar Phillips and clean it up. It'll be a Revolution throw deep in the RSL corner. Here's the throw. Kellen Rowe knocks it for Teal. Phillips in the mix, and it looks like it's going to be a Revolution corner. Not a lot of flow to this game tonight, Jeff.
No, Trey, there hasn't been a ton of flow. Hopefully the commentary has been flowing, though.
And with some of the
I guess that happens when you have 15 subs at one particular moment.
corner, far post, Atnella commanding the box, collects it easily. Trying to find the quick restart. Gill in the center circle, surveying options, finds Javi out to the right. Beltran getting way forward here. And the cross by Morales cleared out by Farrell for an RSL corner. And that might be the first time tonight, Jeff, where it really looked like the RSL break was in sync. Morales preparing for the corner. 71st minute. RSL up 1-0. Morales, Beckerman with the header. Bounces down and over. A diving Brad Knighton.
Yeah, Beckerman certainly found the space that he wanted to find there. Free header, a decent spot. I'm sure he'll wish he'd have done a bit better, but did get the header down, which they always tell everybody to do. Fortunately, got it down a bit too much. But again, I'll go ahead and say Brad Knighton had it covered.
Revolution with the restart here after the RSL foul. Alston looking for Teal. Almost checks back. DeMar Phillips collects. Luis Gill looking to move forward. Springs Javier Morales. Morales going forward. He's got options. Finds Olmes on the left. Olmes one touch. Battling with Farrell, and Farrell wins that battle. Bunbury to Kevin.
That out of Farrell.
Back to Bunbury. Sabo whistle for the foul. DeMar Phillips not happy with that whistle. The Revs start quickly. '73rd minute, RSL up 1-0 as the Revolution searching for the equalizer. Alston down the right. Chris Schuler there to thwart the effort. However, it will be a Revolution throw.
Great look there from Steve Newman to find Alston down the right with that penetrating ball. And Steve Newman, a player who Revs fans saw a lot of last season. I believe he led Major League Soccer in substitute appearances, 20-plus sub appearances. So a player who didn't get a whole lot of starts, but still pretty vital to helping the Revs through that run last season.
There's the throw. Revs work it back, trying to poke and prod around this RSL setup. Alston with the centering pass straight to Atnella. Chests it down. Alave on the ball. Trying to find Sabo. Knocked away. Sebastian Jaime picks up a loose ball. Thinks about the 1-on-4. Waits. Finds Luis Gill on the right. Gill inside looking for Jaime. Squirts back out. Sabarillo with the shot from 20 just wide right.
Fantastic strike. And I can't say in that scenario that Brad Knighton had that one covered. Rooted to the spot a bit.
And 75th minute attempt from Alvaro Saborio, the club's all-time leading scorer. 76 goals and 135 appearances. Pretty good clip for the Costa Rican international.
It's a decent strike rate. I'm not great with math, but that sounds like a lot of goals. I guess if you're scoring about a goal every 2 games, you're doing your job as a striker. Great work there from Charlie Davies to get his body around that ball and draw the foul. And that's something that Revs fans have seen. He's kind of adapted into a role like that in the past year. Always knew Charlie Davies as kind of a speed guy getting in behind, and he still has that in his arsenal. But kind of playing as a target striker last season, we've seen him use his body a bit more, hold the ball up a bit.
Farrell with a nice clip centering pass. Keep the Revolution attack on. Kobayashi was kind of your secret playmaker at last year's Desert Diamond Cup, Jeff.
He was. I'm glad we don't have any player X's this time around. That would have been awkward to call, I think.
Do you think Liz Summers will ever forgive me for accidentally divulging that identity on Twitter?
No. She still talks about it to this day. Yeah, player X, I think we got about to the 50 or 60th minute of that game. That's how long player X lasted.
Tamar Phillips wins the ball for RSL. Eventually makes its way over to Beltran, into Morales. Garcia checks back in the center circle, gets it out wide right to Phillips. RSL fans are going to love the way DeMar covers ground this year. His pass just in. Another near-miss attempt for RSL, and here's Kobayashi going the other way. Beckerman wins it, though. Out wide right to Jaime. He's knocked down from behind. No call, and it's a Revolution throw. Coach Kassar scoffing at that lack of a whistle here in the 77th minute. RSL nursing a 1-0 lead. Massive line change here for the club 15 minutes ago with 10 substitutions, all field players. Jeff Atnella will be the lone Claret and Cobalt man to go the full 90 tonight, it appears. Although Nick Romano is ready and willing and able if called upon.
Probably about an 85th minute sub, right? I do suspect from a Revs perspective we'll continue to see these types of substitutions for maybe the next game or two. But by the time you get to that final day, just a week out from the regular season kicking off, you're going to see what's essentially a starting 11 and guys going 85, 90 minutes. But for now, still kind of building up that fitness base, still building the sharpness. And also quite a few players still fighting for roster spots.
Yep. Chris Schuler knocks it back to Atnella. His pass collected by the Revs in the center circle. Bunbury battling Schuler down the right side. Lots of hand fighting there. Jay Heaps wants a foul. No whistle. Morales back to Phillips. Gill with the big challenge against Rowe. And eventually almost Garcia called for, I would say, a relatively ticky-tack.
Looked like a clip to me, Trey. I heard contact.
Just after the 3 tackles before, I was surprised that was the one that got called.
Nothing surprises me anymore, Trey.
You're a grizzled vet. Yet somehow not jaded or bitter.
No. I hide it so well.
Andrew Farrell, 79th minute out wide right to Kevin Alston. Alston, Kobayashi. Eventually won by Javier Morales. Plays it back to Beckerman, to Morales. Morales directing Sabo. Instead goes wide right to Beltran. And his cross cleared out for an RSL throw.
RNA CPA is a proud sponsor of SBQ Con. RNA is
Tony Beltran with the unique distinction of having played nearly 15,000 career minutes without a goal. However, he does have 2 Open Cup goals.
So compared to Sabario's strike rate, it's not the same.
He's got a different job. This could be his year, though. His 8th year in the league.
It's the beauty of preseason, right?
DeMar Phillips wins the ball. Nice little left-footed attempt. Saved easily, however, by Knighton.
And then the distribution from Knighton, not only quick, but pinpoint onto Kellen Rowe. Person down the left side, unfortunately, needed to cut back a little bit, kind of wait for some help.
Morales intercepts the pass from Bunbury. Goes wide right to Jaime. Jaime back to Morales. The 2-man game not quite working out. It'll be a Revolution throw here in the 80th minute. RSL up 1-0. Again, Devin Sandoval, third-year player from New Mexico, former Lobo, with the penalty kick goal in the 6th minute.
And from a Revs perspective, these are the types of scenarios that you get into in preseason. You go into a game not necessarily looking for a result, not really what preseason is about. When you're in the 80th minute, you've got 10 minutes to try to find an equalizer. That's when you can put yourself in a scenario and say, all right, now here we go. The objective is to press and find an equalizer.
Alston and Garcia battling. Garcia whistled for the foul. Big opportunity for Ole Miss Garcia this year with potential formation change. Joao Plata out for the first couple months of the year. Another third-year player who actually landed in Tucson for his first ever trip outside his native Colombia. That was 2 years ago here at the Desert Diamond Cup.
Lots of stories here from the Desert Diamond Cup the past 4 years. Revs have been here every year.
Very few for broadcast consumption. Atnello over the top, collected by Knighton. 82nd minute. RSL maintaining that 1-0 lead. The Rebs trying to build out of the back here. Saverio pressuring Farrell. Farrell looking for Bunbury. DeMar Phillips on the spot to win the ball. And find teammate Chris Schuler. Schuler over the top to Saverio. Morales unable to control. It'll be a Kevin Alston throw-in for New England here. Just inside the Revolution attacking half. Schuler and Davies battle. Alave shields the Revs. And Jeff Atnella runs onto that for the restart. Alston and Saverio battling. Schuler eventually collects back to Atnella. Rinse and repeat here. Garcia wins the ball, heads it over. Morales eventually collects it. He holds off several defenders. Back to Beckerman. To Alave. Alave wide left for Phillips. Phillips back to Garcia, back to Phillips. Left-footed cross. Headed away, but not completely out of danger. Luis Gill might be hard to recognize for some wearing the number 10 shirt now that Robbie Finley is up in Toronto.
I read a feature about that on RealSaltLake.com, Trey.
Brilliant writer Matt Gash, the author of that piece. Will be another RSL throw-in here. 84th minute.
Speaking of the number 10, something did not mention in the first half, but Revs fans might have noticed. Teal Bunbury still wearing the number 10. Juan Agudelo, who wore the number 10 in his first stint with the Revs, now wearing number 17.
Kyle Beckerman cross, far post, looking for Jaime, but it sails over his head. It'll be a Revolution throw going the other way.
17, not an unfamiliar number for Mr. Agudelo, what he wore his first professional stint with the New York Red Bulls as a homegrown player.
85th minute, Luis Gil. Sorry, that was Sebastian Jaime. Finds Javier Morales. Morales through, looking for Beltran on the overlap, but Knighton is there just a step ahead of Tony. Knighton with the long punt, headed out by DeMar Phillips. It'll be a Revolution throw just in front of their bench. 40 yards from goal. Kevin Alston, go ahead.
With time running out and trailing by a goal in this scenario, even in preseason, telling his guys at this point, this is where they need to push a bit higher.
Beltran on Charlie Davies. Davies back. Penetrating run here from Tierney. Beckerman challenges. Ball squirts high, collected by Atnella, and quick restart to Javier Morales. Morales fouled. Quick free kick. Looking for Jaime. Jaime eventually runs onto it. Fouled a couple times there by Charlie Davies. Eventually the whistle is blown. It'll be an RSL free kick from about.
Not the situation Charlie Davies typically finds himself in, tracking back as one of the last lines of defense.
Morales will stand over the ball as RSL gets players into the box here on the free kick. Jeff Cassar tells Luis Gil to be ready. Javi instead goes near post. Nice header there from Sebastian Jaime, but Brad Knighton right there with the big save.
And that's the type of save for Knighton that is all about positioning. Starting positions on set piece is so important. If that header is anywhere else except straight at Knighton, he's going to have difficulty with it.
Charlie Davies skins Beltran, gets to the right, but Atnella again with another save. RSL fans should be pretty happy if Morales and Jaime, the two Argentines, can find that chemistry this year as displayed on that attempt. Morales finds Beckerman down the left-hand side. Checks up, back to Morales. Javi has DeMar on his left, instead plays into Jaime. Jaime to Olmes. But the Revolution are going the other way here. Teal Bunbury could be in. He is. Takes it deep into the box. Beckerman trying to shepherd that play, and the cross rolls harmlessly to the far side where Tony Beltran will pick it up here in the 83rd minute.
Fantastic ball there from Rowe to spring Bunbury down the side. Quite a bit of space, quite a bit of time. Just didn't have a ton of help. Charlie Davies really the only one in the box at that point.
DeMar Phillips finds Morales. He dribbles inside. Wide right to Jaime. Left-footed cross. Looking for Sabo. Nodded away by Andrew Farrell. Be an RSL corner. Jay Heaps urging Mr. Toledo to help quicken Mr. Morales' pace on this corner attempt. Jaime checks near post. Morales over the top, finds Beckerman. One-time volley wide right for Kyle.
An audacious effort, but not far off, to be honest. As far as those types of efforts go,
yeah,
you see those efforts go.
RSL's seen a few of those from Clint Mathis and Ed Grabavoy in the past. Would be nice to add Kyle to that list.
I believe the Clint Mathis one was against the New England Revolution, Trey, so thanks for bringing it up.
Anytime.
I had wiped that one from my memory.
That might have been the first Revs visit to Rio Tinto Stadium, actually, when that happened. All these years are running together, though, Jeff. 89th minute, RSL up 1-0. Devin Sandoval with the PK. Conversion in the 6th minute. Jay Heaps is in mid-season form.
It's good, right? We're only in preseason.
Absolutely.
He's already there.
There was a moment in last year's Desert Diamond Cup where I remember Jay going nuts on a throw-in and wondered if he would make it to midseason. But obviously made it all the way to MLS Cup, so phenomenal year for the Revolution. Garcia battling, Sabarillo applying pressure. Andrew Farrell there. And it's going to be a Revolution throw here as we get into stoppage time. Revolution coming down the left side. Sebastian Jaime checking back, trying to collect. Eventually, Beckerman clears. Collected by Gonsalves at midfield. Revs trying to create a couple more chances here before the final whistle. Square ball to Farrell. Morales applying pressure. Dumped into the corner. Phillips battling with Rowe. Rowe wins it. Stays alive. And eventually out for a Revolution throw. Alston with a quick restart. Second half stoppage time. RSL trying to hang on to a 1-0 lead. Teal Bunbury with the attempt. And that goes over. It was just deflected over the bar, so it'll be a Revolution corner. Rowe quickly on it.
They got a quick turn there from Bunbury. Did well to get his effort on target.
There's the corner through the box. Alabe knocks it down. Revolution with another bite. And there's the final whistle from Baldomero Toledo. RSL winning game 1 of the Desert Diamond Cup for this club. 1-0 over New England. Devin Sandoval, 6-minute PK. Any final thoughts, Jeff?
I think from a Revolution perspective, which I guess is what I can offer, I think Jay Heaps will be happy with what he saw from his group tonight. And I guess we'll look forward to Saturday, the Revs' next match against the Colorado Rapids, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And once again, it'll be streaming live on MLSsoccer.com and RevolutionSoccer.net.
All right, that's a final. We'll see everybody again Saturday right here on MLSsoccer.com as well as various team websites. The RSL game will also be carried on KUTV.com. RSL winning tonight 1-0. Devin Sandoval with the game-winning penalty kick in the 6th minute. The teams again play Saturday night, 1 week from tonight, Wednesday, and then the DDC Championship round will be on Saturday, February 28th. You can find all the action on MLSsoccer.com. Thanks.